The ordinary delivery. Ethan was just an ordinary man, moving fast through the crowded streets on his small old motorbike, a food delivery bag strapped to his back, his hands shaking slightly from the cold night wind. He worked long hours every single day, delivering food to strangers, earning just enough to pay rent and eat simple meals. His life was plain, quiet, and often invisible. No one noticed him except when their food was late. That night the sky was heavy with storm clouds, thunder rolling like drums in the distance. Ethan had one more delivery left before his shift ended. He looked at the order on his phone, sighed, and whispered, "Just one more," hoping it would be quick. The address was strange, an old part of the city where most buildings were empty. He rode through narrow streets where broken lamps flickered and shadows stretched unnaturally long. The city here felt abandoned, forgotten, like a place where even time did not want to stay. Ethan parked his bike outside a crumbling building with broken windows and weeds growing through the cracks in the pavement. He stepped inside carefully, holding the food bag, calling out the customer's name, but no one answered. His voice echoed through the empty hall. He frowned. Something about this place made his skin crawl. It felt wrong, like eyes were watching him. Then his foot struck something on the ground, a small object lying half buried in dust. Ethan bent down and picked it up. At first glance, it looked like a toy, strange and alien in design. It was smooth, metallic, yet warm to touch, glowing faintly with a soft blue light. He turned it in his hand, puzzled. It was shaped almost like a sphere with sharp patterns engraved on its surface. But when he pressed one line with his thumb, the toy pulsed, sending a spark of light up his arm. Ethan gasped and dropped it in shock. The object rolled a few feet, and then stopped, its glow steady as if waiting for him. His heart raced. He told himself to leave it, to finish the delivery and go home, but something inside him whispered to pick it up again. Against his better judgment, Ethan reached down, this time holding it firmly. The glow spread across his hand, climbing like living light. His eyes widened, visions flashing inside his mind. Strange stars, alien battles, cities of glass floating in space, voices speaking in a language he did not know yet somehow understood. Ethan stumbled back, the food bag dropping to the floor. He pressed his free hand against the wall, breathing hard. His mind spun with images that felt real, like memories that did not belong to him. Outside, lightning cracked across the sky, and for a moment the whole street lit up. In that flash, Ethan thought he saw something move in the shadows. Figures, tall and thin, standing unnaturally still, watching him. When the lightning faded, they were gone, or maybe hidden. Fear gripped him. He wanted to throw the strange toy away. But when he tried, his fingers would not let go. The object clung to him like it was alive, bound to him. He pulled and pulled, but it remained locked in his hand. Okay, he whispered, panicking. His heart pounded as he shoved the toy into his delivery bag, trying to hide it from sight. But the glow seeped through the fabric faintly, casting a blue light even in the dark. Ethan grabbed the food again and rushed out. His bike engine roared as he sped through the rain. But the streets felt different now, empty and hostile. The air itself carried weight. He looked into his mirror and for a split second saw headlights behind him. But when he turned, there was nothing, only shadows chasing him. By the time he reached his small apartment, he was soaked, trembling, and confused. He locked the door, dropped the bag on his bed, and pulled out the strange toy again. It sat in his palm, pulsing like a heartbeat. He whispered to himself, "What are you?" The toy responded, its patterns shifting, opening like petals of light. Inside, a tiny crystal floated, spinning, and with it came a voice, not out loud, but inside Ethan's head. It was not English, yet he understood. Bearer found, bond initiated. Ethan froze, his mouth dry. He dropped the toy again, but it floated back to his hand on its own, refusing to leave him. He pressed his back against the wall, staring in terror. Far above the city, hidden in the storm clouds, an alien ship received the signal. Their scanners lit up, confirming the artifact's activation after centuries. A voice hissed in their dark command chamber. "The key has awakened, and it is in human hands." The first awakening. Ethan could not sleep that night. His tiny apartment was silent except for the soft hum of the strange toy, still glowing faintly on the table beside his bed. Every time he closed his eyes, visions burned into his mind. Endless skies filled with alien warships, creatures with eyes like burning coals, and a voice that whispered words he did not understand yet somehow felt inside his soul. He sat up, sweating. His hands trembled as he touched the object again. The glow spread up his arm, warmer now, almost comforting, but also terrifying. It pulsed like it was alive, like it was breathing with him. Suddenly, a sharp knock echoed through his apartment door. Ethan froze. It was past midnight. Nobody visited him this late. He whispered nervously, "Who's there?" But no answer came, only silence. He stepped closer, his bare feet cold against the floor. He pressed his eye to the peephole, but the hallway was empty. When he stepped back, the knocking came again, louder this time. Then silence once more. The toy in his hand vibrated, its glow intensifying as if warning him. Ethan backed away, his heart racing. He grabbed a chair and jammed it under the door handle. He returned to the table, but the object reacted again, this time sending a sudden wave of energy through the room. The lights flickered, his phone died instantly, and the air grew heavy. Ethan stumbled as images poured into his head, this time clearer. He saw a planet torn apart by war, alien soldiers screaming, and the same glowing relics, many of them used as weapons. Ethan gasped for air, falling to his knees. He clutched his head, the voice inside whispering again, "Chosen bearer, the key must not fall." He shouted, "Why me? I'm nobody." But the relic did not answer. It only burned brighter. Outside, unseen by Ethan, shadows moved along the rooftops. Tall figures cloaked in black scanned the building, their eyes glowing faint green. They hissed in low voices. "The artifact is awake, and a human has bonded. He must be taken alive." Inside, Ethan stumbled to the bathroom, splashing water on his face. He stared into the cracked mirror, but what he saw made his blood run cold. His pupils glowed faint blue, the same color as the toy. His reflection did not feel like him anymore. It felt different, stronger. Just then, his phone buzzed back to life for a single second. The screen flashed with a strange symbol he had never seen before, a circle split by 3 lines, glowing the same blue. Then the phone went dark permanently. Fear boiled inside him, but along with it came something new, something he had never felt before, power. His senses sharpened. He could hear footsteps outside his window 3 floors below. He could smell metal and ozone in the air like something burning. Ethan whispered, "This is not real." But deep down he knew it was. Suddenly, glass shattered. A cloaked figure leapt through his small window, landing silently on the floor. Its body was tall, thin, and its face hidden beneath a dark mask. The alien hissed, speaking in its strange tongue. But Ethan understood, every word as if translated inside his mind. "Human, surrender the key, and you may live." Ethan stumbled back. "I don't even know what this thing is," he cried. The relic pulsed in his palm, reacting to his fear. The alien moved forward, raising a weapon shaped like a jagged blade of light. It lunged, but before Ethan could think, the relic erupted, forming a glowing barrier around him. The alien's blade clashed against it, sparks flying. Ethan gasped, his arm burning with energy. He pushed instinctively, and a wave of blue light blasted the alien backward, slamming it into the wall. The creature screeched in shock. Its mask cracked, revealing reptilian skin and piercing yellow eyes. Before Ethan could breathe, the alien leapt again, faster, deadlier. But another blast came, not from Ethan but from the hallway. A figure stepped through the broken door, holding a sleek alien weapon, a woman with long black hair and sharp eyes, wearing armor that looked far from Earth. She fired again, forcing the alien out the window. The woman turned to Ethan, her voice calm but urgent. "You are bonded now, there is no going back." Ethan stammered. "Who are you? What's happening? What is this thing?" He raised the glowing relic desperately. The woman's gaze hardened. "That is no toy. It is an ancient key. The galaxy has hunted it for centuries. And now, it has chosen you." Before Ethan could speak, the building shook violently. More shadows appeared outside, landing on the rooftops. Dozens of them. The woman grabbed his arm. "We need to leave, now!" Ethan's heart pounded as they ran down the stairwell, the relic glowing brighter with every step. Behind them, alien hunters smashed through walls and doors, chasing relentlessly. Their hissing voices filled the night. The bearer must not escape. As Ethan stumbled into the cold rain outside, lightning lit up the sky again. For the first time he realized the truth. He was no longer invisible, no longer ordinary. The storm above raged. The relic pulsed like a heartbeat in his palm, and Ethan knew his life had changed forever. The galaxy had found him, and there was no turning back. The hunt begins. The night streets were empty, rain falling hard as Ethan ran beside the mysterious woman. The relic in his hand glowed like a living flame, guiding his steps. He wanted to throw it away, to be free of the madness, but it clung to his palm like it was part of him. The woman dragged him through dark alleys, her movements fast and sharp. She looked human, but her eyes glowed faint silver whenever lightning lit her face. Her armor shimmered faintly with strange symbols. Ethan finally found his voice, breathless. "Who are you?" She glanced at him, her tone cold but steady. "My name is Kayla. I am not from your world. I was sent to guard the relic, but I failed. It has chosen you now." Ethan stumbled, confused and angry. "I didn't choose this. I was just delivering food." Kayla's eyes narrowed. "Choice is gone. The relic has bonded to you. That means the hunters will never stop until either you die, or they do." Before Ethan could reply, a hiss cut through the rain. Shadows dropped from the rooftops. 3 alien hunters, cloaked and armed. Their eyes glowed green in the darkness, and their weapons crackled with deadly energy. Kayla pushed Ethan behind her, raising her weapon. "Stay down!" She fired, blasts of blue light tearing through the night. One hunter dodged with unnatural speed. Another leapt high, crashing onto the wet pavement with a roar. Ethan's heart pounded. He clutched the relic tighter, and it responded, glowing brighter. His vision sharpened. He could see their movements clearer, faster. His fear turned into something else, an instinct rising inside. One hunter lunged straight at him, weapon raised. Ethan lifted his arm without thinking. A burst of energy exploded from the relic, forming a shield that blocked the strike. The alien screeched as the force threw it back, slamming it into a wall with a crack of broken stone. Kayla looked at him, surprise flashing in her eyes. "The relic, it already listens to you." But there was no time. More hunters appeared at the far end of the alley, closing in. Kayla fired again, taking 2 down. But for each one that fell, more arrived. Ethan shouted, "Why are they after this thing? What is it?" Kayla's face hardened. "That is not a toy. It is a key to something far older than any empire. Whoever controls it gains the power to awaken weapons of impossible scale. For centuries, civilizations have killed each other to claim it. And now," she looked at Ethan sharply, "it has chosen a human." Ethan felt sick. He had always been invisible, a nobody in the vast city. Now, somehow, he was standing in the middle of a galactic war. The ground shook suddenly. A deafening roar split the night as a massive alien ship uncloaked above the city. Its black metal surface stretched across the sky, blotting out the clouds. Beams of green light scanned the streets, searching. Kayla cursed under her breath. "They brought a warship. They will level this whole block just to take you." Panic filled Ethan. He shouted over the storm, "Then what do we do?" Kayla's grip on her weapon tightened. Her voice was grim. "We run, and we fight if we must." They sprinted through the rain as energy blasts rained down from above. Buildings shattered, streets cracked, fire and smoke rose around them. Ethan stumbled through the chaos, clutching the relic as if his life depended on it. Suddenly the relic flared so bright it blinded him. In his mind, images appeared again, this time clearer than ever. He saw an ancient battlefield, humans standing beside alien warriors, fighting impossible odds. The relic shone in their hands just like it did in his now. The voice inside whispered again, "The bearer fights. The bearer endures." The bearer survives. Ethan gasped, collapsing to his knees. The glow spread across his body, weaving like armor of light. His strength surged, his fear melted into raw instinct. When the next hunter attacked, Ethan did not hide. He raised his hand and released a shockwave of energy that tore through the street, blasting the alien into the air. Kayla's eyes widened. She whispered, "Impossible. It is already unlocking him." But more ships arrived, smaller ones descending like predators. Hundreds of hunters dropped into the city, surrounding the blocks. Their leader stepped forward, taller than the rest, armored in black steel. His voice echoed like thunder. "Human, surrender the key, and your world may live. Resist, and Earth burns." Ethan's chest heaved as he stared at the towering figure. For the first time in his life, he realized the truth. He was not running food anymore. He was running for the future of his entire planet. He whispered to himself, "I never asked for this, but I won't let them take it." The relic pulsed in his hand, brighter than ever, as if agreeing with his words. Kayla raised her weapon, standing beside him. "Then you must fight, Ethan, because the hunt has only begun." The hunters roared, ships circled above, and in the pouring storm, a delivery worker and an alien warrior stood shoulder to shoulder against an entire army. And far across the galaxy, councils and warlords felt the signal of the relic echo through space. Whispers spread in fear. "The human has the key. Earth has entered the war. The human choice." The city burned around them. Buildings smoldered, streets cracked open from energy blasts, smoke mixed with rain, filling the air with ash and fire. Ethan stood in the middle of the chaos, the relic glowing in his hand like a star. Kayla at his side, her weapon aimed at the hunters closing in. For the first time, Ethan felt the weight of it all. He had never been a hero, never been a soldier. He was just a man who carried food in plastic bags. Yet tonight an entire alien army wanted him dead. Kayla's voice was sharp. "Listen to me, Ethan. The relic responds to your will, but it is dangerous. If you give in to fear, it will consume you. If you stand strong, it will obey." Ethan's chest heaved. His arms trembled. He looked at her, desperate. "I don't want this. I can't do this. I'm just me." Kayla stepped closer, her silver eyes burning. "The relic chose you, not by mistake, but because you carry something inside no warrior can fake. Human spirit. Your kind survives when stronger races fall. That is why they fear you." Before Ethan could reply, the alien leader stepped forward again. His towering form glistened in the storm. His voice cut through the thunder. "Human, your world is weak. You are weak. Hand over the key, and your death will be merciful." Ethan raised his hand, the relic pulsing. His fear was still there, but anger burned hotter. He shouted back, "If you want it, come and take it." The hunters roared and charged. Dozens swarmed through the fire and rain. Kayla fired relentlessly, her blasts cutting through the shadows. Ethan lifted the relic and energy erupted outward, forming a shield around them. The attacks crashed against it, shaking him to the core. His body felt like it would tear apart, but he held on. Inside his mind, the voice of the relic returned, deeper now, echoing like thunder. "Bearer must choose, hide and perish, or rise and lead." Ethan's eyes burned blue as he whispered, "I will fight." The relic responded instantly, wrapping his body in a faint glow. His muscles strengthened, his senses sharpened. He could hear every movement, every hiss, every strike. The next hunter leapt at him, blade raised. Ethan swung his arm, and a beam of light shot forth, blasting the alien into smoke. Kayla glanced at him, half smiling even in the chaos. "Now you see what you are becoming." But with every blast, Ethan felt something darker stir inside him. The relic wanted to give more, wanted to unleash power beyond control. It whispered promises. "With me, nothing can hurt you. With me, you can crush them all." Ethan gritted his teeth, struggling to hold on. He remembered Kayla's warning. Fear and rage could twist him. The relic could strip away his humanity, turn him into a weapon. As the battle raged, a group of civilians screamed from a collapsing building nearby. Trapped by fire and debris, hunters moved toward them, ready to kill. Ethan froze. He had a choice. He could run with Kayla and maybe escape, or he could stay, fight, and risk everything to protect people he did not even know. Kayla saw his hesitation. "Ethan, we don't have time. If you stop, they'll capture you." But Ethan looked at the frightened faces in the flames. His fists clenched. He knew who he was. Not a soldier, not a hero, but a human who couldn't walk away. He turned to Kayla, his voice firm for the first time. "If this relic chose me, then it chose wrong if I just run." Before she could stop him, Ethan sprinted into the collapsing building, hunters lunging at his back. The relic flared, creating a barrier that shielded the trapped civilians from falling fire. He lifted beams with glowing hands, dragging people to safety. His arms shook from the strain, his breath ragged, but he refused to stop. Kayla fought to cover him, blasting hunters down. Her voice rang in his ears. "Ethan, you're going to kill yourself!" But the relic pulsed stronger, brighter, feeding his will. Every child, every terrified face he pulled from the rubble. The relic shone brighter, almost as if it drew power from his choice to protect, not destroy. Finally, the last survivor stumbled free. Ethan collapsed to his knees, exhausted. The relic dimmed, humming low, as if it too was resting. The alien leader snarled in fury, raising his massive blade. "Enough! End him now!" Dozens of hunters surged forward. But before they could strike, Kayla activated a device on her wrist. A blinding flash lit the street, and a transport craft uncloaked above them. Its hatch opened, and Kayla dragged Ethan aboard. The ship roared upward into the storm, leaving the burning city behind. Ethan leaned against the wall, soaked, shaking, still clutching the relic. His mind burned with the weight of what just happened. Kayla looked at him with a strange respect. "You chose to save them, even when you could have run. That is why the relic listens to you. That is why you might be the one to turn the tide." Ethan stared at the relic in his palm, its faint blue glow reflecting in his eyes. He whispered, almost to himself, "I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I can't go back now." Far above Earth, in the alien warship, the leader watched them escape. His voice rumbled across the comms. "The human resists. The relic accepts him. Prepare the full fleet. Earth will burn if he does not surrender." The hunt was no longer for one man. Now the fate of the entire planet hung in the balance. Destiny unlocked. The transport ship shook violently as it cut through the storm. Engines roared, lightning flashed across the sky, and Ethan clung to the walls, his hands still wrapped tightly around the relic. Its glow was Stia. Die now, almost calm, as if it had accepted him fully, Kayla worked the controls with precision, her eyes scanning the skies. "They will not stop, Ethan. You must understand. The relic is not just a weapon. It is a key, and you have unlocked it." Ethan's voice was hoarse. "A key to what?" Kayla's expression darkened. "To machines left behind by an ancient race, weapons so powerful they were buried and forgotten. If the hunters claim them, whole worlds will fall. But if you master it—" She looked at him sharply. "You could command them." Ethan's stomach twisted. He never wanted power. He only wanted a simple life. Yet now, galaxies trembled because of him. Suddenly, alarms blared across the cockpit. Kayla cursed. "They've found us." Outside, alien fighters streaked through the storm, beams of green light slicing the air. The transport jolted as explosions rocked its hull. Ethan stumbled, nearly falling. "We can't outrun them!" Kayla spun the controls, dodging blasts. "Then we fight!" The ship dived low over the city, skyscrapers flashing past. Ethan pressed his hand against the relic, desperate for help. The glow spread across the craft, forming a faint blue shield. Energy blasts crashed against it, but held. Kayla stared in shock. "You're shielding us with the relic." Ethan didn't answer. His mind burned with images. He saw massive ships buried deep beneath Earth's oceans, deserts and mountains, silent for centuries, waiting. His heart pounded. Was this what the relic wanted to awaken? The alien leader's voice thundered over the comms. "Human, surrender, or watch your planet turn to ash." Ethan's fear boiled into anger. "This is my home. You won't take it." The relic pulsed, brighter than ever, flooding his body with light. He felt every beat of Earth's life, the oceans, the forests, the billions of human hearts, like the planet itself was calling to him. Suddenly, the transport shook again. A massive alien warship emerged from the clouds. Its cannons glowed green, preparing to fire. Kayla's voice was grim. "One blast will tear us apart." Ethan's vision blurred as the relic's voice filled his mind again, deeper, louder. "Unlock destiny or lose all," he gasped. "Show me how." The relic responded, spreading beams of light through the cockpit. Symbols filled the air, spinning faster until they formed a map, Earth glowing at the center, with dozens of hidden marks across it. Kayla's eyes widened. "Those are ancient vaults, hidden weapons, the true legacy of the relic." But before she could say more, the alien warship fired. A beam of energy hurtled toward them, unstoppable. Ethan raised his hand, screaming. The relic exploded in light, forming a giant shield around the transport. The beam struck and shattered. The entire sky lit up as the blast reversed, striking the warship itself. The massive vessel groaned, metal splitting, explosions rippling across its surface. Kayla stared in disbelief. No human should have that kind of control. You shouldn't even be alive. But Ethan barely heard her. The relic was still glowing, still whispering, not with one voice now, but with many, ancient and countless. Bearer of Earth, guardian of the key, rise or fall. Then silence. The transport shot past the burning wreck of the warship, but hundreds more ships waited above the clouds, dark shapes blotting out the stars. Ethan slumped against the wall, exhausted. His voice cracked. "I can't fight them all." Kayla looked at him, her tone sharp but steady. "You won't, not alone. The relic didn't just choose you to fight. It chose you to lead." Ethan shook his head. "Lead who? I'm nobody." Kayla leaned closer, her eyes fierce. "Not anymore, Ethan. Tonight you made a choice. To protect strangers. To fight when you could run. That is why the relic listens. And that is why others will follow you." As she spoke, Ethan's eyes drifted to the map glowing faintly in the air. All across Earth, ancient weapons waited. To be awakened, he realized what it meant. He was not just protecting himself anymore, he was protecting the future of humanity. But then the relic pulsed again, sharper, urgent. A final vision seared into his mind. A council of alien warlords watching Earth from afar, their armies gathering, their fleets stretching across the stars. And among them, one figure cloaked in darkness, whispering, "Bring me the human alive. His soul will open the last gate." Ethan gasped, snapping back. His hand shook, his voice low. "They're not just coming for the relic. They're coming for me." Kayla placed a hand on his shoulder. "Then we prepare, because the galaxy has just declared war on Earth." The ship soared higher into the storm, Earth's lights glowing below, alien fleets gathering above, and in Ethan's hand the relic pulsed like a heartbeat, whispering one last time, "Destiny unlocked, but the war has only begun."